I stated, I'm not going to do a lot of live demonstrations, but I thought I'd do this one live. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. And as you can see right there, that is quite a lot of video demonstrations done, which shows you at the end of the day that we're not afraid to test and push our products. As I said before, I have more demonstrations than any screen paint. Anybody making screen paints on YouTube. This is why anytime you pull up anything on YouTube, we come up first. I literally didn't know we had that many videos. Someone came back and said, yo, you got almost near 10,000 videos on YouTube on just about every test you could possibly think of. So the question I gotta ask myself, gentlemen, where are your tests? It's right there. I had no idea we did that many tests. Or test demonstrations, screen demonstrations, all that. So that shows you at the end of the day, the work that I get done over everybody else's. Our products are tested, and they work on a level that no other screen paint can actually perform at the end of the day. We have been through certifies. I've been basically had airline tickets paid for me to come down to facilities and test my technology out. And now my next stage is I'm going to be having storefronts where people can come in and see the technology right there. They can just touch it. So when I go to your channels and I look at how many video demonstrations you've done, you're nowhere near how long I've been in this business, how much stuff I've tested, all different forms of projectors, different forms of screen paints, from light grays to gunmetals to black technology, you name it, we've done it, even different colors. But that shows you how many test demonstrations we have. I posted below in the comment section, or not the comment section, in my description, my links to my website. So you can go to my website and you can see all my tests with video players that are acting right on display. And if you go over to the Crystal Edge page, we have one of the biggest displays over there for outdoor demonstrations. I think over 1,000 demonstrations of outside demonstrations. So as I tell people at the end of the day, you want to buy from people that have experience, not people who think they have experience. There's a difference between the two. All right, well, with that being said, I'm going to be showing off really soon our new Cinemax Black, which is going to be absolutely incredible. And we have somebody already set up to display it in their custom-built dedicated theater room. And you'll see why you do not, well, we've done these demonstrations, why you don't use gray and white screens, not even gunmetal. And even in your everyday environment, but in your dedicated theater room, a gray and white screen, yeah, you'll be spending a lot of money for a projector that you can't even see contrast on. But look at that. That's what I'm talking about, putting the work in. Let me back up for a minute. Show you our black technology. Oh, and I gotta look for something about remote control. Oh yeah, ambient projection technology too. So when you guys talk about experience, well, let me go pop over to your YouTube channel and let me see how many videos you have that you have done, displayed, and put on YouTube. Some of y'all, I can't even, matter of fact, none of y'all can find test demonstrations. Let's be real. We can't find test demonstrations. And some of you have products that don't even exist, but you're selling. So I'm gonna upload today, right? Those look real nice, didn't they? Usually when we do live streams, they kind of downgrade the videos again. We even had the haters on there already upset, biting their bottom lip. Oh, let me tell you something, be careful, you don't want to take your lip off, because wait till you see the products when we show off the new Cinemax Black. Am I saying that right? Is that the real name? Actually, what's it called? Advanced Ambient Light Projection 48 Black Cinemax, that's what somebody called. Now again, I'm not going to buy the product for what? As I said before, there's no point in me wasting $60 on a product that, again, Network Gray can do the same thing. I'm just going to buy Network Gray and just test it against that. It's the same thing. Unless that person can show me at the end of the day that that product actually works and it's actually far more advanced than Network Gray. Then I'll buy that product for $60. But until then, I got to see some tests. And since there's no tests, Well, I'm going to buy network gray, and I'm going to name it your product because it is your product at the end of the day. Save myself some money. But until then, we have the most demonstrations now. I mean, I could give y'all a really difficult challenge. How about the sun killer technology? Let me see your screen absorb sunlight and produce an image from the outside of the house. Or I can give you a 250-inch screen to display at 5 o'clock in the evening. Show me a star field off your screen. Floor technology, you don't have that capability. 3D mapping capabilities, ceiling capabilities, you don't have any of those. I'm talking about everybody who develops these great products. Show me something different on what that gray screen paint was doing that we didn't do 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, again, everybody was developing great products. We weren't really pulling contrast levels, and they really weren't pulling color because there was nothing else really more advanced to compare it to. So that was it. So show me something at the end of the day. We got plenty of gunmetal technology out there. What about black diamond? That's a more advanced black gunmetal screen, actually dark gray gunmetal screen. I haven't seen one gray screen paint challenge that product yet. You know why? It's a gunmetal technology. It's far dark. It's almost on the edge of black. That's how dark they are. They can maintain an extremely high white level at that and produce colors. Yeah, you have a struggle with that one. All right, so I think we'll probably do it next week. I like to give people a long enough rope to hang themselves. So that free mix, don't worry about deleting the video. We make copies of your ingredients. We're gonna make it. I'm definitely gonna make it. And we're going to use it in every single demonstration, blowing it clean out of the water. Now, for those who don't know, there was a YouTuber who tried to make our screen paint and it failed. You know, when I paint this screen, guess what color my rollers are? They're black, not gray. But we'll make that product anyway. And I'm going to level it on this stuff and all the new stuff we have coming out. And it's going to be our #1 product to go to. Just like the, what do they call it, the Dynasty black paint, they thought it was ours. And they didn't go too well, did it? So you mean to tell me we got almost 9,000 demonstrations and majority of these are tests? And you mean to tell me we can't find one test on anyone else's products? That's pretty bad. I'm curious how many companies we could hunt down right now who have tests. Anybody have any test demonstrations? Well, that shows you we've been around longer than everybody else. That's advanced window technology. 3 stories in the air with sunlight, well, actually light pushing through the window. And I can advertise and I can see that from on a street level, which means the angle gain has to be extremely good. You see where that screen's sitting at? Way up there. So in order for anyone to walk back and forth and see it without going dark, it has to have an insane amount of angle gain to pick up. They don't do any demonstrations like that. Of course, you're going to have 3 stories first to do it. I should have added this to the wow bunch. I got that. I got 8 months left here. 8 months. That's it. 8 months. Now you know why I complained about going through the archives. It's literally a freaking archive to find videos. Oh, this is when we're outside on 150 inch. I remember this one. We just posted this one. Oh yeah, that's the channel we put up there. First stand. So, the message to you, whatever, I don't know what you're, we can't even call you a screen paint maker, so you're not even worthy of that name. How many outdoor demonstrations do you have? Not enough. How many 720p projector demonstrations do you have? Not enough. Venue projectors? Not enough. Pico projectors? Not enough. How many certified screens have you tested against? Clearly not enough. White level test demonstrations, distance stroke demonstrations, ambient light projection demonstrations, y'all don't have enough. Your specification sheets pretty much show it. And your specification sheets, how many words you have in there? We're 8,000 over. So that shows you don't know enough about your product. Look at that. If it was up to me and I had control over that, you wouldn't be selling jack anywhere. Because you don't have enough to show that your product actually works. What's the difference between your product and everyday house paint? Can't do that either. What projector that? I think that was the Chrissy 505. 505 to me. And how many oh, I forget about that. You can't even do multi-screen setups. Forget it. One screen, same projector, every day. And literally in the demonstration I just pre-recorded, I had an ultra short throw projector, 2 venue projectors, and a 3,000 lumen everyday short throw projector. I was running all projectors at the same time. 3 different displays. These products, same screen, same projector every day. We call it a crutch projector. Because it's a projector that gives them a better image, so that's the one they'll stick with. This was the 250 inch screen. That was daytime. Oh, Goliath fish. So you have to make sure that the product is properly tested. Another demonstration outside. What screen was this? This is 150 inch. This one that was stapled into the frame. Yeah, that's what's in right there. When I see our YouTube videos, if I see them on YouTube, same demonstrations. In the dark, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark. Nice pretty fish. But inside. Chrissy LGBU 505. How many projectors do you own for testing? Not enough. 4 is not enough. I've tested about just about every projector I could get my hands on. I've had BenQs, ViewSonics, Samsungs, LGs. I've had Sharps. I've had all of them. Venue projectors. We had Chrissy's. We had one barcode, but that thing had problems. We still had it. Sony's, Panasonics, Vivatech. So you have to make sure your stuff is properly tested. How many wall-to-wall displays do y'all do? None. We do ceiling and floor and screens all at the same time, as you're watching right now. That's a screen at 100 and us ViewSonic on the floor. So that's a 180 inch screen on the ceiling that's producing with a ceiling light right in the center of the screen. Also producing on the floor and the screen right over there against the wall. I don't see multi-projector displays in any of the demonstrations. I can't wait to do one of those in the freaking showroom. That's one real nice. me see that. Play around with it. Oh. Tabletop projection. At the end of the day, gentlemen, let me explain something to you. Talk is cheap, extremely cheap. You have to be to back your products up 100%. And the sad thing about it is, those who talk all this trash about being the king and being the best of the best, you can't even pass basic house paint. You can't complete any of these tests first. You have to get past that house paint first. As for, I don't know, I'm not going to mention his name. His new product's coming out. Again, April's about to be over. Your site's still locked. And at the end of the day, because I got people waiting to buy, your site's still locked, and we don't see any test demonstrations versus house paint, which is something we have to see. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to drop a dime. I'm going to put all those orders. I got people waiting to put that money in for your products. We'll put that on hold. I want to see some test demonstrations on this product before I put any money on this. I want to see what's the difference between me buying your product or going out to Home Depot, Lowe's, Benjamin Moore, or Sherwin-Williams and picking up something that will do the exact same thing. I'm not wasting any money on that. Show me some tests. I'm going to advise anybody, do not buy any screen paints unless they have tests. You need to see the difference of whether or not if you're being shipped a screen paint or you can just go to a hardware store and pick it up. Oh, see that right there? How many of you guys got ceiling demonstration displays? Oh, I forgot, none of y'all have that. Then y'all can't put a screen up there to watch out. Now let's move on. See what else we got. Window light demonstrations to show that your screens can absorb window light with no problem. How many of you got demonstrations such like so? You don't. Because you're too busy with your screens tucked in little corners with as much light blocked as possible. It's a 126-inch Elite screen sitting right up in a window. There's actually two on both sides. Y'all don't do that in the day. Y'all fight in light as much as possible. So that's not for you either. What about outside? Outside demonstrations at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Testing out your ambient light rejection technology to see if it performs well. Any of y'all have that test demonstration done? You do not have it done. I haven't seen it yet. I can't find it. There you go. So anytime at the end of the day when we get somebody that says, hey, can you show me a demonstration of your screen outside? Will this screen work in my environment because I have a window next to it, I have my lights on? If I can do that outside, you can do that inside with no problem. What demonstration is this? I'm kind of looking for this one too.
5 boneless wings for only $1 at Applebee's. I'll be right back. Limited time pricing, participation may vary. Limit 1 per order. Restrictions apply.
No commercial playing in the background. So while you guys are sitting there talking about, well, you know the other one calls himself the ambient light rejection king. No, you're nowhere near it, buddy. Nowhere near it. I could pick up at 190 degree viewing angle outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Can you do that? You can't, can you? I didn't think so. Yeah, let's go find something else to play with. Gotta be to back it up, John. You can't talk trash, you gotta back it up. People have to find these demonstrations. They're very important. How about back-to-back screens? Back-to-back screens. How about fixed screen? Somebody asked us in the day, what about fixed frame screens, Ken? How does your product work on a fixed frame screen? Here we go. Got 135 sitting on the floor. Got a 100-inch right there sitting on the wall. You have demonstrations like this? You don't. Actually, this needs to be, is it supposed to, it is, no, it's not on our site. I need to put that on the site though. I think it is, it might be in the ambient projection section, I'm not sure. Let's go someplace else. Oh, what about this one? This is better. How about this one over here? Get this all the time about motorized projection screens. Can we paint this on a motorized projection screen? And can we use this in a fully lit environment? Yeah, you can. We've done so many motorized projection screens, it's not even funny. You know, I got tension screens I did too. I got to bring those up. We did a couple of tension screens we done. We get to ask all the time. So I can produce a snowstorm on a screen that's painted black in an environment that's stone white with the windows open, and I can show a snowstorm. Can you show me a star field, contrast level, any kind of contrast level? You can't because your product's not tested. Gentlemen, where are your tests? Why don't you have any tests? Come on now. Gotta hurry it up. Do you have any idea how many videos you're going to have to do to catch up to me? By the time the end of the summer, I'm going to hit that 10,000 mark. I'm going to nail that bad boy. I'll have 10,000 videos flooding YouTube. Now, the reason why we do. So, would you do like 10 videos? Yeah, we do 10 videos. You know why? Because we got so much information, so much technology to show off. We need to do 10 videos a day. We literally have that much to show off. Why my test demonstrations can go into 3 and 4 hours long, why streams can go into 3 and 4 hours long, because we got tons of information. That's why. When you don't have that much information, your videos are pretty short, and you got nothing to show off, and your videos are pretty short. There we go. That's that $69 motorized projection screen that beat the Valva screen. Look what we did to it. Let's go find something else. Motorized is fun. Let's go over to, let's see. What else we got right here? Nice plate over here. Nice tabletop. Is that the one I did with all the windows open? Oh yeah, this is a good one right here. All right, gentlemen, let me show you something, how it's done. See right there, we got a 150-inch screen on display with a $60 projector. I have my ceiling actually on too, got a projector there at 180 inches. In the next room, with wall-to-wall windows, we're using that, yeah, that's our ViewSonic projector, 600 by 800, 720p SVGA at around 19 feet away from the screen. You see my screen at 126 inches, sitting in a bay of windows? Look at the floor, that's how much light's in the floor. Look at the black sofa, that's how much light that's sitting in the sofa. You can't do demonstrations like this because your products do not work. Look. I'll call you out. Danny and Jamie. You look at that. So your screen tucks away in the dark somewhere. Look at that. See that screen popping up over there in that corner? This is why we call our demonstrations unmatched. Look, got one on the ceiling too. There's one right there. And you're worrying about some little bit of light in your environment, and I can reflect the ocean off my ceiling. Gentlemen, you're not in my level. You're not on my level. And this is in over, what, we had 9,000, 1,000 something videos, something like that in there? And you're trying to catch up to me at the end of the day? Good luck. That's certified standard. Catch up to our technology. Now you show me any video on YouTube, anyone, right now, not just them, anyone that can do demonstrations like this. This is what you call true ambient light projection technology. Not that fake stuff that y'all do it today with one little light in the corner and the corners are all dark and oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. You mean to tell me, Jamie, you got a $3,300 machine and you can't produce at 150 inches and I can do that in a fully lit environment at 60 bucks. Projector sitting back there is 140 bucks. That's an SVGA 600 by 800 res ViewSonic projector. Projector hitting the ceiling, $140. Same projector I'm using in the next room on the short throw screen. And doors open, windows are open. There you go. Y'all got a lot of nerve, man. Got a lot of nerve to be taking people's money at the end of the day. You can't back it up. Look at the angle game. Size clean to the side, I can still pick it up. My $60 projector is better than your P2. And for those of you saying, oh, no, the P2 is much better, then you show me a P2 in a demonstration like this. Show it to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, the P2, its performance, it's been dumbed down. because every demonstration I've seen on the P2 sits in a dark environment. You can't even use the 2 million to 1 contrast because it can't even pull. Show me one demonstration of a P2 operating in that environment. But yet we can get a $60 720p to operate with no problem. I thought so. Just put it out there. It don't work. P2's a fantastic projector. It works perfectly fine. The only problem is, oh, look at the contrast level right there. Didn't you do this demonstration in the dark? We don't. We do it in a fully lit environment right next to windows. I'm going to show you a snowstorm right after that too. Boom. Easy. That's embarrassing. That's pretty embarrassing. Spend that kind of money for a projector and you can't even use its contrast, color capabilities, and it's ultra short though, which means it's sitting right on top of the screen when I'm at 19 feet. Poor performance. Let's go someplace else and play. Let me see. I do better than that, people. You call yourself at the end of the day competing with other technology. Here we go. Here's another one for you. Wallpaper projection screen at 106 inches sitting in a door. Now, I hate to call you guys up, but you guys talk a lot of trash at the end of the day. I'm just putting it out there real quick. Jamie, you do demonstrations where you constantly open up your door. Failed demonstration. Do you see that light in the ceiling? That's actually nailing our screen at 106 inches. You see that door? That screen's right in line with the door. See the screen with the windows? Boom. I mention these people at the end of the day, and the reason why I mention them, because they sell extremely poor screen paint products. And this is the reason why you want to make sure before you buy any screen paint product from anybody, even us, you want to make sure that the product is properly tested before you spend the money. And this is why we consider our demonstrations to be unmatched. Because again, you don't see people doing that. Now, is there anything wrong with the P2 projector? No, it's a fantastic machine at the end of the day. The only problem is just dumbed down because the people who basically designed the screen paint, well, it's not saying they did, but the screen paint that it's being used on is trash. Where do we want to go to next? Oh, floor display. Yes, definitely here. This is where we did the Sony pinball display back to back on the floor and on the wall at the same time. So if you don't want to be trapped in the dark, if you don't want to be calibrating your projector, if you want to be turning around and spending money for expensive machines to try to make up for when the screen is lacking and can't perform, then our technology is the way to go. It's the best way to go to get the most from your investment. The projectors that we have here on display, we didn't have to pay a lot of money for it. There's no calibrating, no dark environments, none of that nonsense. And this is why we mentioned these two individuals out of everybody else, because these two individuals are the ones that are bragging the most that their products work, and they don't work. That's why they never match our demonstrations. But gentlemen, anytime you want to, you can display this one right here. It's a pretty easy one. Just floor and wall display. That's all. Pretty easy. Now, I'm happy about having my 9,000 something video display. Look at Sony display top to bottom. I'm happy about having my 9,000 or 1,000 something videos or something like that in there. You guys are, well, you guys are just you guys. Demonstrations in the max out zone. Now you see the demonstration I just showed you at the end of the day? Speaking to the customers now. All fully lit environments, screens inside, outside, different caliber projectors. I had stacks of projectors laying along the side that we test our screens on. This is what you call testing your products. Not being in dark environments, we can barely see corners, and using high-end projectors that are kissing the screen. So you can try to basically lessen the picture damage, because again, that distance throw will kill you. Fake ambient light environments. Jamie, you should be ashamed. And I'm being ashamed of trying to sell screen paint products. What the heck are those Christmas tree lights splashed behind the back of your screen? Do you see that demonstration right there? See any colorful lights splashed behind the back of the screen? That environment is literally so bright, and that screen is full of neon lights. None of them can fire off. You don't have quality. You guys don't even know what quality is. They would have hit you in the face. Now, unlike your apartment, I can go into mine. I could fire 3 projectors off at the same time in a fully lit environment and surf the internet. Can you do that on your product? I can show you a star field on one screen, snow on another screen, and beautiful colors on another. Can you do that? And I can do that for far less than what you paid for your projector. As I said, at the end of the day, how can they save you money when they can't even save money themselves? Let's go find something else to play with. I miss the Mac Sound Zone so much. I do. I'm gonna get me another one. See what we're gonna do with that. Oh, it's outside already. There's that one. Ceiling. Oh, which one was this one? Well, that's the gunmetal technology. We can go there. Oh, 250-inch screen outside on display. Massive screen. No, it's a 250? Yeah, this was a 250. 11 feet high, over 20 feet wide. One of the biggest screens I've ever set up for myself, personally for myself. That thing was a challenge at the end of the day. Oh, it fought every step of the way, it did. But it was done. The gentlemen don't know that sacrifice at the end of the day. Covered in mud, covered in dirt, soaking wet, and trying to get your screen to work outside, being eaten alive by mosquitoes, persistent to get the job done no matter what. Know why I woke up half the time in clothes that were dirty? Because I fell asleep because I was so tired, because I was up 4 o'clock in the morning, busting my behind to work, get things done, get orders out the door, get customers taken care of, and then go out there and build these giant, massive screens for demonstrations to show our technology at another level. So by the time I come in the house and sit down and eat whatever God knows I'll shove into my mouth and go to sleep, get something to eat, I pass out. And I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and do it all over again. Every single day for 4 years when I was in that house. Show me your work at the end of the day. Show me your progress. You don't have any. You're too busy dropping your price paints, deleting your videos, and can't back your products. You see that snowstorm? I'm gonna show you something. You see that reflection coming off the grass? That black screen was generating a white level literally so high it was reflecting the grass, was turning it white. We know why y'all act the way y'all act. You're afraid, that's why. It's normal. When you see technology that's way beyond yours, you're afraid. Because the reason why you're afraid, because you have nothing else to challenge it. Unlike us, when we saw the black diamond technology, did I get afraid? Did I stop making screen paint products? Did I go, oh, that's it, we can't battle something like this, we can't deal with it? No, we conquered it. We persisted, moved on, designed something 10 times more advanced, and we conquered that technology. And look at you guys. Still bickering and complaining and trying to use a product that's 10 years old at the end of the day. You see me crying and whining when I had the black diamond tech, which is absolutely freaking amazing. Like I said, not a big fan of the guy. Never will be. Never will be. Never will do business with him ever. But I do respect the technology he developed, and it's extremely good. And I could have went in there and cried and whined about it. I could have basically built memes on it and hated it and all this stuff. No, I decided to build a product that was either the same thing or better. That's why they reached out to us, and they don't even recognize you at the end of the day. They don't even know who you guys are. You know us. You. 250-inch screen, yeah. Play around a little bit. See what I got over here. Oh, that's my door right there. Outside. That's one thing I miss. Multi-projector setups. I miss doing that. I love doing that. Look, making the ceiling snow. showing my fish. It's one thing people notice in my demonstrations. You can literally watch me do a demonstration here, but you can watch the screen in the next room firing up. There's my projector right there. Yeah, sitting there kissing the screen. We did it at 19 feet. My setup in the next room is 21 feet from the screen. This is why when I read these fake specification sheets of people talking about, oh, my stuff is tested. Your stuff ain't tested. None of your stuff is tested. That's why I can't find any demonstrations on your products. Nowhere. Can't find any tests. Nowhere. Nothing. That's my $60 ultra short throw. $60. That's it. I'm gonna walk outside right now. Look. That's my screen outside. That's my BenQ projector sitting on the floor. I paid $120 for that projector. BenQ, $120, short throw. Oh my goodness. Gunmetal technology in a maxed out environment. You claim your product to be gunmetal? It's not gunmetal. It's charcoal gray. That's what you have. Gunmetal technology are screens that look almost near like they're close to black, but they're not black. Closer to the screen actually being almost close to being black. On the very edge of it, it's like watching someone tilt on the very edge, but you can't hit the black. That's the problem. It has to stay gunmetal. But the darker you get, the closer you get to being black and not being black, the more you perfect the gunmetal. What you have is charcoal gray. Frankenstein is charcoal gray. UV mix is charcoal gray. And neither one can read white light because we tested them. Now, if you sit there and tell me that's a lie, well, again, then where are your tests? Can you show me tests on that product before it was launched? Any of y'all. Can you show me tests on your products before they were launched? Because you don't have any. Because what they do is they basically take a product, stick it on a high-end projector, stick it in a poorly lit environment, and they use the excuse, well, you have to be in an ambient controlled environment, and if the colors wash out, then you have to calibrate. And then they request you to be on a high-end 4K projector because the projector is doing all the work at the end of the day. So the question is, how come your customers all don't look like your same demonstrations? My customers do. I'm going to look at my demonstrations on my customers. They're in fully lit environments. Matter of fact, my customers' environments are brighter than your customers' environments. They're all sitting in the dark. Shame, but true. There we go. That's the projector right there showing the max out zone. Fully lit environment. 1%. Where else can I go play at? Oh, let's see where we want to go. Where we want to go. So many demonstrations where we want to go. Let me stick this one outside. Oh yeah, let's do this one right here. This was a good one. This is a demonstration where I painted a surface, draped it over a fence, and used it as a projection screen. What we got here for time? Oh, we're good. So if I give you a challenge, any of y'all, not just them, Any of you, I'll give you a challenge. Want to match and better my demonstrations? You got 9,000 to go through. Good luck. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a whole lot. And I can show you, just pick through them. Just randomly just pick through them and just grab demonstrations and you'll see them inside, outside, on different caliber projectors. Not the same screen every single day in the same environment. White knuckles, no problem. Where else are we gonna go? Let me see. Let's pick something else. Let me see. Oh, we did this today. This was a what, multi-setup? Yeah, that was a multi-setup. That's a demonstration I just got finished doing. How many projectors do you guys do in your environments? One, that's it? Ultra short though, kissing the screen? Okay. In this demonstration, customers, what you want to see is a screen that can perform in a fully lit environment and also produce multiple projectors at the exact same time, which means we have short throw on the floor, which shows you our products with short throw projectors. We have 720p right here, and we have 1080p on the PC. We switch over to the next room, you'll see my ultra short throw Sony, which we had here on the floor, and we have two long throw projectors. Again, as you can see, this is the way technology is supposed to work. When we basically record and record, when we stream, we get 720p. Just want to put that out there real quick. This is how it's supposed to work. It's a shame you got people out there that will lie to you. They don't have the demonstrations to back up their products. I'm outside, do 150-inch screens. Little math for you, Jamie. Just because they're both 150 inches doesn't make that a 300-inch screen. The reason why I make that statement because this guy lies a lot in his specifications. And one of the things he said in the specifications, which we have videos to back it up, that 2 quarts of his product can paint a 300-inch screen, which is the equivalent of 3 100-inch screens. No, that's way off, way off. No, not going to happen. You can't paint a 300-inch screen with 2 quarts. You can't take 3 100-inch screens and equal them to a 300-inch screen. If that's the case, that's 250-inch screens side by side. What's 150, 150? That makes that 300. So that would be a 300-inch screen, not even close. The screen we had on display out there was 250 inches, was nowhere near the size of that. It was actually much bigger than that. So no, that's a lie. Can't make it up as you go along, gentlemen. You got to tell the truth. So that's my setup at 250-inch screens, one 720p, and the other one is 1080p. Let's get ourselves another demonstration. Now, you see this screen right here? This is 250 inches, which means that's nowhere near 300 inches. So that'd be virtually impossible that 2 quarts could paint a 300-inch screen. Look at the size of that thing. That thing's 11 feet high. My deck's about 11 feet high. It's over 20 feet wide. There's no way in the world 2 quarts could ever paint that. And that's 250, not 300. That's why make sure they know what they're talking about before they start talking. 2 quarts, 300-inch screen. That's not going to happen. Handle that projector. projection demonstration. You want to do that? All 250s outside. You can go there, but now. Right now. More demonstrations here. Tabletop demonstrations. Demonstration outside. And if you ever stay on camera, you never said that, guess what? We got a recording of you do saying it. There's no way in the world 2 quarts of paint, a 300-inch screen. That's virtually impossible. Ain't gonna happen. That tells me at the end of the day, you don't paint a lot of large screens. If you made that judgment at the end of the day. Here we are outside again, another demonstration. That was 150 inches. The products are tested. Tested where? Saying that. The products are not tested. Oh, multi-projector setup. I like this one. I did the other one in the next room. This was the wall. This did 235.1 at 720p portrait mode. Chrissy, I think it was an LW 400. And the big screen over the top had to be a Sony VPL FH30. That's what it looks about. 3 projector display. What you're now doing in the next room. So, gentlemen, what can you say? You got more experience than me? No, you don't. Tested more projectors? No, you haven't. Done more tests than me? You don't have any tests. Done more certifies? Haven't done that either. What else you got? Outdoor demonstrations? Nah, ain't gonna happen. I've done more motorized screens, more fixed frame screens, painted more walls. I've even done more bizarre screens. We've done styrofoam, bed sheets. I actually did a blanket one time. That was kind of crazy. Mesh screens. Plexiglass on so many levels, it's not even funny. There's my projector setup right there, 3 units set up. Environments, I built entire environments. As a matter of fact, I even built a dedicated theater room on top of that. Acoustic screens, been there, done that one already. Pre-coated blackout cloths, been there, done that one already. Can't put it in mapping because they don't know anything about projecting mapping. If I have to get somebody. Now you notice in my demonstrations, as I said before, like you guys, you have to go to somebody to get that done. I don't do that. I would do that in my area and get it completed. What do we have going on over here? I wonder what that is. Whoa. 1,000 lumen projectors. You don't have enough of those. I actually have a page dedicated with 1,000 lumen projectors. This is what I mean at the end of the day. They have to be to back their products up. But again, if my demonstrations are fake and they're not even real, feel free to complete them all. Not hard to do. Just gotta work, that's all. Let's see where we're going with this. That's ceiling projection, or it was outside right there. Inside over there. That's a 250-inch screen on display. Let's see. And technology, floor technology. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm working forever in this business. Well, gentlemen, one thing I can say is we've crushed you online pretty much. Offline, you're not even going to exist when we get done with you. When I get done with basically advertising this technology, no one won't touch a gray screen if their life depended on it because it's worthless. So online, you can't even match me in my demonstrations. I have way too many of them. I'm going to hit that 10,000 mark I want 10,000 demonstrations done under a belt. And then we'll start offline. But I want 10,000. I'll get it. I'm definitely gonna get it. This gets me. Keep calling your products gunmetal. Stop doing that. That's gunmetal technology right there. You see how dark that screen is? That's not black. That's gunmetal. Your product is charcoal gray, not gunmetal. And people don't even know the colors of their product. Don't you know what gunmetal is? Seriously? I guess not. They never had. You know what it is? The reason why they don't know what real gunmetal looks like is because they don't test certified. If you test certified screens, you know what real gunmetal looks like. But y'all don't do any certified tests. That's why you don't know what gunmetal looks like. You wouldn't be making that statement. Matter of fact, let me tell you how much y'all don't know about your own product. Because you weren't there at that particular time. When these gray mixes first started coming up and they were popping up all over the place, when Glue Screen was the #1 screen paint on the planet, before Black Diamond even existed, guess what, gentlemen? You weren't even thought of. Danny boy, you wasn't even thought of to begin with. We don't know, you probably wasn't, and you weren't even thought of at all, period. Let's just put it that way. But Jamie, you've been around longer than Danny, and you weren't even thought of. You don't know about Mississippi Man at AVS Forums, and we know about him. He knows who we are. Well, he don't know you at the end of the day, but he knows us. Sonic Chill, we really don't know him at the end of the day. We knew Sonic Chill when he was basically developing a lot of gray screen paints, and he was out there doing demonstrations. So you weren't even thought of too when Sonic Chill was around. So let me explain something you don't know. That product you call the, what do you call it? That mix, the UB and Frankenstein. We had a mix called, well, at the time it was a mix called D4K, D5K, and D6K. Those were the products that basically matched the Black Diamond. That's where we got that letter. Can your product match a Black Diamond? It can't. We already know that from the door. Because you couldn't even beat a Dark Star 9, and we put you against a Dark Star 9, you couldn't beat it. We got the demonstrations. I'll find it and bring it up. So unless you do some demonstrations against diamond technology, against that, whatever product you call it, you're not beating that screen. But anyway, let's get back to this. At that particular time, I'm gonna do that demonstration right there. Hopefully it won't be open. Let me check this out real quick. Give them a little piece of history. They don't know. We got to educate them. Because they don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna do this one. We got the lights all around the screen in this one. This was a fun demonstration. We took some extra floodlights, dropped them on our screen because it wasn't a challenge enough to have windows sitting next to our screen, and I got kind of bored in the demonstration. So I decided to add floodlights in for fun. This is what we do for fun. You guys are so afraid of stuff. But anyway, your product, if you were around that era, would have been considered to be black. Because there were no such thing as black screens, they didn't exist. Gunmetals didn't exist at the time, so basically any screen that came in that category of color was considered to be black. Now, it's considered to be charcoal gray, because now you have gunmetal screens that are much darker and they earned the name gunmetal. You don't have gunmetal. You don't even have black, because we have black technology. What you have is charcoal gray. You have to know the history of the product before you start making it, before you start advertising it. And this is the reason why you don't know the colors of your products. This is the reason why your specifications are extremely weak, because you don't know your product. The other one doesn't know anything at all either, because everything he throws on his page, there's no demonstrations to back his theory. But if you were around when Glue Screen was running everything, your product would have been considered to be black. Not now. It's not. It's charcoal gray. The only way you can get the title gunmetal, you'd have to take out gunmetals to do it. That's why when we show gunmetal technology, the first thing we do is we go against certified gunmetal screens to show that not only are we in the category of gunmetal, but we can overpower the screen. So before you call anything gunmetal, make sure you take out gunmetal technology. And since you can go near Black Diamond and the Dragonfly, knock yourself out. Which will never see those demonstrations. You can't use the name gunmetal. Sorry. No other product should ever, you should never call yourself gunmetal unless you can beat gunmetal itself. So until you show some demonstrations against the Dragonfly, Black Diamond, Dark Star 9, what's the other one they got? Daylight has a gunmetal technology. And I'm not talking about in the dark where your screen's going to favor. None of that nonsense. You'll do it in a fully lit environment. Gunmetal technology is the ambient light projection technology, which means you have to be in a fully lit environment. You have to show contrast levels, color levels, and white levels against that technology. But you can't call yourself gunmetal till you beat gunmetal. How much we getting here for time? Oh, we're doing this freaking contrast level right there. Oh, this has been fun. A nerd to call himself gunmetal. You don't even know what color gunmetal is. It's not freaking charcoal gray. And you have to be able to beat gunmetal to get the name, to be to take the rights to say gunmetal. You guys are just skipping tests left and right, just calling it whatever you want, making a fake specification sheets. Come on now, you know better than that. Why are we so quiet in here? I can't stand quiet noise. I like a noisy. This is why I bought the system. Let's see what we got going on here. Wrong fire stick. All right, left or right? Actually, I want to do my other one. TLC 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's 720p, by the way. No $3,300 for a P2. $270. That's it. Now, for those of them that are colorblind, you do know the difference between gray and black. I'm going to basically embarrass the daylights out of you guys. You know it's coming, right? So I'm going to make that product he made for free, and we're going to embarrass the daylights out of anyone who made a comment about that product. Because you're colorblind. You don't know the difference between gray and black. But we'll show you. This is going to be pretty bad. Just so you know. You know how things get when we embarrass people like today. It's going to be pretty bad. Just telling you. I might even bring sock puppets in for this one. Because literally, I don't know how anybody is that stupid that they can't see a gray roller come. Yeah, we're going to embarrass you pretty bad. And we're going to use that same mixture in all demonstrations. I can't wait to put that against the freaking Sugar Plum Fairy. It is going to crush it. But anyway, it's going to be fun. Oh, all right. So what we have here, we have surfing the internet on this side, on my computer, 720p projector over here. And you know, if I'm showing up like something like over 8,000 demonstrations, right? And I'm showing you the demonstrations, but now I'm showing you the demonstrations here too. I'm not dressed today, it's for that day for me. See, here's the thing. For some of you like to talk trash. It doesn't make a difference if I'm doing my work inside of a closet. I could have patio furniture in here for all I care. I could come on here dressed in a clown suit and freaking flip-flops, and I will still blow your product clean out of the water with no mercy. And at the end of the day, you guys fear me. You know why? Because in that back room, I got a stack of canceled receipts where we gave you money and you gave it back. There you go. So how does that make you feel at the end of the day? Any canceled receipts on me? No. Oh man, look at this. What are we gonna play on this side? I'm gonna watch some cartoons. I haven't got a chance to do it. TV show here, movies here, or surf the internet here. I don't know which one to go to. Let me see. I want to get some fish on this side. Wait, let me turn my lights on. It's kind of dark in here. I can't see the controller correctly. You know what I mean? There we go. You can see it a little better. Relaxing sandy beach. This is where it gets pretty bad. Let me get this straight. I hate to call you out on this one. I don't want you in my demonstrations, but you're sitting there with a $3,300 machine in the dark on one screen, and I can do this on 3 screens with no problem. That's pretty bad. That's why I tell you at the end of the day, people, don't buy products from people who don't know what they're talking about. The products are jokes. Actually, really relaxing ourselves there. Back where you've been bumping the projectors and start rubbing your face on the machine. Yeah. See my menu pop up bright and white? Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all a challenge this week, just for fun. I want you to match my demonstration here. Which means when we do match or better, you gotta do 3 screens at the same time, just like I'm doing right now, in your environment. And I don't want to hear any complaining. I ain't got the room. As you said, Jamie, we got the same size apartment, right? Didn't you say that? I don't think we do. And I consider this place to be small. Now we know in the comment section they're going to be very angry and upset, but it is what it is. We have more demonstrations, more experience at the end of the day, and again, you'll be seeing the same demonstration, Cinemax or whatever it is, sitting on top of a 100-inch screen. And we'll be displaying pretty soon next week our dedicated black Cinemax. And I'll be very happy to buy your product, which I tried several times, but you kept giving me back the money because you can't ship it out. But I'll be real happy to buy it. But after seeing that demonstration, I have to have proof that that product does not match that network grade. Maybe you got a new mix. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'll buy it from you. I got no problem giving you money. And I know you use the excuse, well, I don't need your money at the end of the day. You probably don't. But still, you need to back up your product. Doesn't make a difference if you need it or not. You still need to back up your product. And with that being said, which is better? Our dedicated black Cinemax or the network grade 773 Cinemax? Now, like I said, I got no problem giving you $60. Like, I'll give you $80 for it. I'll give you $100 for it. You have to prove to me that that product is different than what's in the stores and what I can get off Amazon. Because if you can't do that, I'm going to buy that instead because it's a lot cheaper. Made you a really sweet deal right there. So if you decide to deny the deal, then we don't have to, we all, well, forget it. We don't, it's not we all know, we do know. It is what it is. Till then, my 720p projector over there looks a heck of a lot better than your P2 setup. I'm 21 feet from the screen. Oh, and I forgot, we can max this at 159 inches. Let's go back a little bit there. I forgot we're setting up for another display today. That's for tomorrow. So this one's for another day. I don't like to say things and not back it up. You know how it works. There we go. That is actually 159 inches, 1610. That's what that painted the screen to, customized size. So right now, my screen is performing better than your P2 setup. And I'm in a fully lit environment, plenty of light. And you can't do this on that projector you spent that kind of money for? Projector's all the way back there. That's why I tell you at the end of the day, those cheap grade mixes don't work. So how does a $270 projector 720p work better than a P2? You want to make a little challenge on this? I know you can do a demonstration. You can take your P2, and I bet you $100 that this screen will outperform it along with that projector at $270 720p. Oh, keep in mind, you have to be in the same well-lit environment too. Got to be in a lot of light. start field screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now the question is, can you do this on a $3,300 P2 projector at 159 inches, 1610? Okay, Snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm gonna do this one. We do the cottage. Ooh la la. We can see our white levels real nicely. Now we know a gray screen can do that. Now we can see our white levels with no problem. We can see color with no problem. The big question is, can a P2 use contrast? Can it see it? It doesn't even pick up color correctly. It's on a gray screen. 4K, forget that. Cancel. Christmas cottage, snow, screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. So when I tell you that my setup can outperform your P2, easily. I can show white levels, contrast levels, and color. You got 2 million to 1. You can't pick up in this kind of environment with that projector. Not with that screen, you can't. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ooh, we got some new ones in there too. Bum, 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 bum.
Go for Grubba. A year of free Grubba Plus with Prime. I'm in.
Add a little twist to your routine. Lemon collagen peptides, vital proteins.
Can you do that on a $3,300 machine? Well, you can do it on our technology, but again, you're going to turn that level off. And what's the point of having contrast on when you're actually on contrast? No point to waste of time. So, can a gray screen do this on a P2 at 2 million to 1? And for those sitting back and saying, well, the P2 projector only does 100, and what's it, 150 inch screen, 120 inch screen. Yeah, 120 inch screen, that's a lie. That projector can do a 150 inch screen easily. If I can take a 720p NEC projector and do a 150 inch with no problem, guess what? That projector can do it too. Optima GT 5500 took it outside, 140 inches outside. It depends on what kind of screen you're producing it on. All your projectors that are short throw, that say only 100 inches, you can pull them at 150. Or you're worried about losing picture quality? You don't lose picture quality when you have a black screen. What's the purpose of contrast? To add more detail, depth, and add a redefined image, so you have a sharper image. That's what your contrast is for. Screen's 100% black. That's why we can do a 150-inch screen off a projector that's 720p. And it was only designed to do a screen size at 80 inches. So when I tell you at the end of the day that my 720p projector that cost me 270 bucks can perform better than the P2, you darn well can. Because anyone out there has a P2 projector, well, hear me out. Let me see a 159-inch screen. Show me a 100% contrast and a fully lit environment with no dark corners on a gray screen. And see how much you get out of your investment. 4K, beautiful women.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're going to get that or going to give us what we want? Oh, no, we want. See that 100% black level popping up? There you go. There you go. Right there. Gray screen what? So gray screen can't see contrast, can't pick up proper colors, and yet we could do this on a $270 projector? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Sure didn't get his money's worth, did he? And he got to calibrate that machine too at the end of the day? You spent $3,300 on this machine and you got to calibrate? That's pretty bad. My apartment, Jamie, not to rank on you, but my apartment's brighter than yours. My projector sits back farther than your projector. My screen's bigger than your screen. And on top of that, I'm not calibrated. My projector has a 2,000 to 1 contrast. That's it. And it's 720p. Blinds are open. Lights are on, nice and bright. What's your excuse? Matter of fact, anybody, not just him, anybody. Well, no, I can't say anybody, because anybody's not making the claims he's making at the end of the day. So we can't say anybody. There's nobody else going to be making those claims. Only he is. So right now, this technology is doing more for my $270 projector than your gray screen paint is doing for that $3,300 4K projector.
It's easy to use.
You talk about performance at the end of the day? Really? And I can go back and show you the test on any one of our products. Well, let's go over here for a minute. Let's come over here. I like the angle gain on this thing. Look at this. Watch this. Look at it. Look at all that light hitting that screen. Look how big the screen is. How much light contacts the screen. And you're on that 100 inch. That's it. Let me bring it down to your screen size. Let's bring it down to your screen size. Because I got that option to change my screen at will. Let's come in and let's bring it down to your size you have in the screen. This may be too much for you. Let's see. Oh, we're at 1610 too, so we're much bigger. Any way you put it. So let's see, let's come out of here. Let's bring it up to 1610. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to show you this really quick. We're in eco mode the entire time. Yeah, James, we don't burn our projectors like that. We don't have to. Keep in mind, when you do eco mode in a dark environment, it doesn't count. You have to do it in a fully lit environment. So when you have a screen of this caliber, that means the screen is taking in more light because it's a much bigger screen. That's why. So now we're at 16.9. All right, let me back up a little bit because we got equipment here on the floor for something. Let's bring it up. Let me see. It should be about 100-inch screen. I would say about that much. Yeah, about that much. Probably a little over bigger than that. Let's bring it up a little high. I like to have mine near lights. Okay. I think we're a little bigger than 100-inch. There's my screen. I can bring it down to your size and still blow your projector and screen out of the water. So, $3,300, a $60 screen paint, stuck in the dark, can't even fully use ambient light, you can't use your contrast levels in a fully lit environment, gotta calibrate, and here we're at $270, 720p. We can go up to 159 inch and still not even lose any picture quality, no contrast, no color whatsoever. That's never good. This is why people gray screens are obsolete. Black technology is the future. Should I get up close to the screen like they like to do? Gentlemen, at the end of the day, if I did your demonstrations, it would be boring. Do we sit this close to the screen? Any closer? No, it's boring. Your products don't work. And Jamie, look at the bottom of the screen. Do you see what color that is? That is black. You see my sound bars? What color are my sound bars? They're black. What color is my sound? It's black, not gray. So you can understand it because I don't think you know colors correctly. Look at that. Look how clean that is. Ooh, let's do this real quick. Let's go to the side. Boom! This is embarrassing, really embarrassing. I do this because, again, it's funny to us because, as I explained to you before, gray screens are obsolete. They try to make you believe that their screens are the future, but they're not. All you're doing is downgrading your projector when you use a gray screen paint product. That's what you're doing. Just downgrading your screen. That's all you're doing. We do that to just let them know at the end of the day that their products don't work because they really believe that they do. But truthfully, all in all, their products don't work. Real technology is black. And again, we know we got plenty of copycats out there at the end of the day that want to be us. But you can't be. In order for you to have my technology, it's going to have to be tested. You're going to have to be to beat all our test demonstrations. And we know you don't have that capability. Where else we want to go in here? Let's go to, let me see. Some beautiful birds. Projecting a hot track with some light in it too. The purpose of our technology is to outthink products at the end of the day. But not only that, to show you what real ambient light projection screen paint and how it's supposed to be performed. We didn't get over 8,000 video demonstrations by sitting on our behinds and twiddling our thumbs all day, coming up with different forms of schemes. This is demonstrations done through hard work and dedication. And this is why we can come out here on a live stream and show you demonstrations this easy with no problem whatsoever. When others have to struggle with these demonstrations because their products are fake. At the end of the day, shouldn't you get the most for what your money is worth? If they can't back their products up, there's no point in buying. I think we're at 100 inches. I'll make sure I made a measuring tape. Here, you can see on the other screen, nobody dressed for today. Check that out. Let's look at it. Yeah, almost at the mark. 111 inches. That's what size we're at, 111 inches. So we're a little bigger than this screen. I think the screen's 100 inches. Yeah, about 111. Fast sports cars.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ooh, that's the nice one. Fast sports cancel. Fast sports car 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're at 111 inches. Oh, by the way, those who've been doing this demonstration, that's supposed to be black, not gray. I literally see people doing that demonstration and they think that comes up great on sweep line. You're not supposed to be in the light dark when you do that. So we're at 111 inches. That's the screen size we shrunk to. Move this out of the way first. That's better. Now the difference is when you watch this demonstration, a P2 on a gray screen is picking up a darker shade of gray. This is picking up physical black. And at 100 inches, easy. Remember, we used to being at 159 inches. We're used to taking it 10 times more light. Look at the shine of that car. 720p projector only. This tells our customers at the end of the day that they don't have to spend a lot of money for an expensive projector, do they? If we're doing it on a used old 720p. At that, we're not even using HDMI, we're using an adapter. Why should I expect red when we'll never see it? Always said I expect that, but we will never ever see it. I just don't like to come on camera and talk about the fact we have 8,000 videos, over 8,000 videos. I like to be able to show our technology, to show you why we have 8,000 videos. Look at this. Projectors in eco mode in a fully lit environment. About 130 now. We expanded, made it bigger. Which shows you that we can make any size screen we want, and that screen will never lose its picture quality ever, even in a fully lit environment. Alright people, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. As you can see, why our technology is far more superior than a gray screen at the end of the day or white screen. The best choice for your investment for your home and business would be our technology. And keep in mind, check out the website. It is absolutely amazing. I guarantee it'll be absolutely unforgettable when you see how amazing our website is to match our amazing screen paints. Gotta go, thank you all, and of course we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with a lot of technology. I come down hard on these gray screen paint products at the end of the day because again, a lot of them lie about their specifications, there's no testing under the products, and they expect for people to pay for the stuff at the end of the day. They need to back their products. Before anyone buys a screen paint product, request test. Gotta go, thank you all, and God bless.